Alright guys, it's Brother Cloud here, and I've got another Halo Wars cast, and me again, playing a random 3v3. Yeah, so I didn't cover everything in the last game, and actually one thing I do want to say is the difference between the Covenant leaders. They all have a different power. So the Prophet has a giant laser, and he can fly eventually, which isn't necessarily a good thing, because anti-air really just, destroys air. I mean, that's the purpose of it, but it really does. The Arbiter goes just flipping nuts, spazzing around, hitting people with his sword, and the Brute has a vortex. But if you can level your leader up by attacking AI early on in the game, and if you 1 or 2 star your leaders fully upgraded, they do become pretty solid, and they don't take up a unit space. So here I'm going with I always go with the sort of supply pad temple, unless I'm playing a 2v2 and I need a brute, my leader fast, so I go temple first. There's some pretty good strategies me and Lex been working on, to be fair. The docks, we had a sick one where we take the base. There's an empty base near their base, and we take it right at the start. I get my leader out, and we just defend it, and we contain. It's a great containment strategy. So I hope that I can record one of those games, because that was quite funny. We were sitting there. It must have been like 20 minutes. We just held them there and just built up an army and went in and boom. They stayed though, to be fair, which is kind of weird. Yeah, this guy kept signaling for really odd things, so I just kind of ignored them and did my own thing. I don't really use my mic on 3v3, to be fair. I know I should, really, if I want to win, I guess, but yeah, I don't really take it seriously. I'm not that mood anyway. I'd rather do just 2v2. They're the more tense rushes. I have to say, if there was ever a Halo Wars tournament, it would be just cheese, just rushes, another thing about Halo Wars, you don't collect minerals, so it's all about just having supply pads and getting a good steady stream in of money, and that, I guess, so you see some people and you're like, what are you doing? 20 minutes in, you've not even upgraded your supply pads. What are you doing? And even generals. There's so many generals now that it's kind of hard to tell who's good and who isn't. And there are a lot of bad generals, to be honest. I mean, we all have a bad game. I've had a bad game, everyone has bad games, but some people are just utterly clueless, and you're thinking, how? I remember when I got Major, I was so happy, and it was 600,000 points back in the day. It was 3.8, 3.9 for a fucking general. It was insane. They've dropped it now to under 1 million, I believe. But jeez, to level up, and you could see who was good though. That was the good thing about it. You could see the gap then, because there was a lot of experience, but. So I'm just, at the moment, I'm just taking out an AI base with my leader, going just full 4 heavy supply pads on my base, scouting with my brute chopper. 14 is a horrible map. It really is a horrible map. Finding those damn supplies, it's annoying. So supplies help early on, and in a 2v2 map they definitely help for that little edge. I will talk more about those strategies when I play 2v2. See, this guy's going with kind of quick tanks, to be fair. What is this guy indicating? Yes, I can see that you have a base. I don't give a fuck. So I was going to go with double summit. Then I thought, nah. I'm going to go double infantry like the other game and go with hunters. And the other game I played after this, right, went double summit, we rushed, we took out a dude's second base really quick, and we just did not follow through, and we just got pooed on, and the guy on our team was Anders, and he just went for Hawks. Oh yeah, I didn't say about Anders actually earlier. Anders, yeah, has a freeze, which takes out air units. Gremlin, which is a fantastic unit, which freezes ground units, so really good against humans. And Hawks, which is an upgraded Hornet, which are kind of crap because you just have to anti-air. Like, air is not that great. I mean, Banshees are good in a 2v2 rush because it's really hard to bosh out anti-air. But a lot of good players, they just sit back and go for anti-air because they know what's coming. And it's fair enough. It's kind of what Covenant rushes have come down to, though. Sort of leader in, distract, force them to make like infantry to take your leader out and turrets and shit, and then just go in with like double summit. You can win a lot of games like that. So yeah, I mean, Halo Wars, it's a lot of fun, really. Yeah, I just kind of want to play with my team again because we were pretty good. I mean, but there was a guy's stats I saw the other day. Holy crap, man! He's played 20,000 games. Jesus. Oh, that's a hell of a lot. It's almost like 10 times more than me. Almost. It's like 8. But I think, see, I these videos, like I said before, there's nothing special about them. They're just 3v3 randoms, kind of luck sometimes. But people who think they're like amazing at Halo Wars, with some of their videos, man. I mean, there's no what's kind of one like honor. There's like fucking like no honor at all in some console gamers. I mean, when I used to play Gears, like clan matches and stuff, people were so bad losers and wouldn't report their loss on game battles, which is a horrifically poor sight. Do not use it. And then you watch like the StarCraft players, and yeah, I'm bigging up StarCraft because it's a great game. And then it's just, they're just good. What's the word? Like, they don't mock their opponents and stuff. They just get on with it. Some of the tournament games are fantastic. I saw a great one. It was Fantasy and Stalk, 2008. I can't remember which one it was. OSL maybe? I'm not sure. It was great. Oh, I'm getting harangued by a warthog, so you can recall your leader. That's kind of handy. The only problem is 3v3. No one is going to heal you. I mean, on the rare occasion, so I just fuck my leader off. I don't really bother using him. I don't see the point. I just use him to harass and teleport. It's kind of nice to go around and get like a 3-star Arby or a Brute. I don't see the point of a 3-star Prophet. It just doesn't really work. I mean, the Prophet's laser is amazing, and he's harassing when he flies is amazing, but if one Covenant Vampire can stasis you, and you're fucked. You're just stuck, and you have to teleport home. So, it's just really, it's a bit flawed, the Prophet, and the Brute's a tank, and the Arby's just mental. The Arby's great against Covenant, primarily, and the Brute's probably better against humans. He's got a stun as well on his hammer. But yeah, I did play a little bit of game battles on Halo Wars, but they took it off very quickly, which is kind of gutting. So, and like I said before, game battles is not a good website. So I make up an army again of primarily hunters. But I go for the second base and pretty much just stack supply pads and a shield. Covenant bases are really weak, so a shield is usually a good idea, which I'm thinking, like, you as a Covenant you probably want more bases because of the shield thing. Covenant have a higher population, and like Hunters, 2 units. It's great. It's great, and I think they're so much better than tanks. They got a lower defense, but they just annihilate tanks so much better than tanks annihilate Hunters. So I'm just scouting around my brute. You know, at the moment, like I say, I've just gone for double infantry pad, going for the spirit bonds now. Went for he kept his warhog there just to see if when blue would make a second base. It's kind of handy. See, casting a game of Halo was so much slower. Well, no, it's not. I mean, well, it is, but 2v2 is a lot more fast-paced, especially in a rush. Whereas, what I wanted to do here with my brute was drop a load of units in. Well, I was scouting, then I wanted to drop units, but I got pooed on by those tanks. They used something though, like a disruptor, or they wasted a lot of money. Well, they wasted some sort of money then. So I want to build my brute again. And I saw ODST, so I want to get jackals, because hunters are not that great against ODST. They're alright, but you get a couple of jackals in the mix with beam rifle upgrade, they poo on ODST. I was about to say Wraiths aren't that bad, but Wraiths are pretty much overall terrible. So yeah, I unlocked my base due to the fact I want my brute to come out at some point anyway. So I've been saving up quite a big army. You got 32 pop out of 40. That's another thing. You get 40, 50 pop, whereas StarCraft you're on 200. Man, they just went to town on those tanks. Carpet Bomb and Mac Blast. So you got a bit of a hefty army. Spirit Bond's a good one. Assault Beam's really good. Yeah, and I don't really like 14, because 14, the bases, Allies' bases are so close. It's kind of a small map. There's like corridors on either side. The main section, you can put a marine in and put up a shield. But you need to go in as a team. You need to go in all. You need to all in, all of you together, really, to win. I'd say. I mean, you can sneak around the side and shit, but then you need someone to back you up. Otherwise, it's going to be a long game, and you can't just go in on your own, because, like I say, the Allies are so close. But let's skip this one. Tenacious D. That's a tune. Just going for my brew upgrades as well, just to tank him so I can keep teleporting, macking warhogs. Yeah, nice. I think green's finally taken the third base. I couldn't really be bothered for a third base. I kind of felt good on 2 bases anyway, so. And that's another thing, you got like static bases, so you can't go out and build towers anywhere, turrets anywhere, or build a base in the middle of nowhere. You're kind of confined to your 7 pads. So I decide to. I should have got that money really. I decided to do a bit of a flanking maneuver. They've kind of put marines there, but I thought, fuck it, if I go in and teleport all my units. This game was really glitchy as well at times, because it wouldn't teleport all my units. So I was like, oh man, and then they kill my brute. This didn't work out as well as it should. But then I think someone backed me up, so it wasn't too bad. I've never seen that before. Look how slow-mo the units are falling through the air. That is lag. I'm sure that is lag. It's kind of funny though, so I'm not too bothered. I didn't see my units there, and I blow up the vortex. That's the brute's power. Most people know. To be fair, it didn't kill anyone, so it was kind of nice. Down goes my brute, and they throw a disruptor in anyways, so it's like, okay. These guys love wasting their money. I got jackals there for the ODSTs and the hunters for the tank. Oh, it's yellows on my side. What am I on about? I do know a lot of tanks coming in the moment, and I feel like I've just gone for the third upgrade, which costs 2 grand. It's a bit of a ball ache. Green's just sitting there, I don't know, having a wank or something. Get those jackals away from the tanks, man. So the tanks come in. I've got 8 hunters, not too sad. Remember, a tank costs 500 each, whereas a hunter is 250. A proper, like, nail brown here, to be fair. I get my jackals on the Spartan. Just, you know, aiming down. Yeah, I'm going for assault beam. It's a sick one. The greatest song in the world. Fucking Tenacious D, man. Right, it's taking out these tanks. It's getting a little bit epic. It's getting a little bit tense. I know I can't get any more units to this position. So I've just got to do the best I can with those units, and I feel like I did pretty good, to be fair. You know, if I take this tank out as well, what's going on here? A freeze on 2 jackals. Wow, these guys really chucking away their fucking shit. Yeah, there goes that tank. Now I'm fucked anyway. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, yeah, I suppose I had a lot of units there. The jackals got in the line of fire of a tank, which is just never a good idea. There, my brute's back, so I'll send my brute in, regroup a little bit. I think attacking down that side is pretty good because they've got 2. We've just taken out one of their bases, and another base they either didn't build on or we took it out. I've taken off my shield on my second base because I realised, fuck it, we're going in for the assault. I can risk, you know, having another supply pad. So I'm sending my units through the teleporter, yeah, trying to get them all together as soon as quick as possible because the yellow there is getting a bit pooed on. Want a few jackals as well because, like I say, ODST, and you never know if they might bosh out the flamers. I always find though that, like, if you're human and you're fighting Covenant, you're gonna want flamers for hunters, but then if that guy's got a human ally and he comes up against tanks, you fucked. So it's kind of difficult scenario. I always find it as a human kind of difficult. You know, what am I going to do against Covenant? And the one thing I really do suck at is warhog rushing. See, this hunter refuses to go through that teleport, which is kind of annoying. Oh, it's gone through finally. So yellow wanted to go for blue. He can wait, motherfucker. He can wait. Let's put those through that teleporter. Oh, is that the same hunter, man? He's just standing there like a flipping flitterman. What? He just went through. He went through the teleporter and came back. I swear down. What the fuck's going on? Right. I'm sure they can take out that one tank and a few ODSTs, though they're probably going to need my help. Green's going to lose his tank. Gremlins, there you go, and this unit freezes that fucking Spartan tank right there. So you can't just send out one gremlin, to be fair, but gremlins are amazing. When you get the chain reaction and bosh 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 freezes the enemy's tanks, it doesn't matter if they got grizzlies, you're fucking them up. These guys are refusing to move as well. It's kind of annoying. I think they're in a game that's got 5 humans and 1 Covenant. That Covenant's going to definitely have the edge with the Hunters. Hunters are so bloody useful. I mean, even if the guy's chucked in a flamethrower and a couple of gremlins, it's just not going to work out. It's not going to work out. I think maybe I'll go a little bit late for the 50 pop, but I don't know, I'm going for it now. That's not too bad. I always think, well, you need to be on the 3rd age for 50 pop, which is fair enough. I swear they've changed heavy turrets. You can do it on age 2. Yeah, I'm sure I never used to be like that, but there you go. So you send that as flamers, but they're just getting shat on. To be fair, when there's tanks there as well, carpet bombed. That is one weakness the Covenant have. The humans' special abilities. Rape the Covenant. I mean, I know it's balanced because you've got a leader, but they proper rape your army. The Mac, 4 Mac blasts, Jesus, and the carpet, super carpet bomb. What the fuck? I mean, the game is pretty much balanced though, I find. So there are some annoying little things. Like the RB against Covenant, that can be a right ball ache if you don't have a disruptor. And even sometimes when you have mass jackals, you just can plow through them. You need beam rifle, at least. But Hunter's Soul Beam, the sick man. Actually, there's sort of like a glitch sometimes where they can shoot the air, but it's very, very rare. Blue's going down by the looks of things, and the reinforcements are very sporadic and very few. I mean, Spartans in tanks and Spartans in anything is pretty damn powerful, but like I say, Hunters are just, they dominate. The one brilliant combo that is almost unbeatable, I find, for the Covenant is Hunters anti-air. Because obviously Hunters' weakness is air, they can't shoot air, but if you have anti-air, which is vampires, they raid air. It's a good combo. But I did see a guy once, he had like anti-air, flamers, air. Shit man, he had such a mixed army, I couldn't believe it. He still managed to do well. It's kind of hard to micro like all those individual units sometimes. Halo Wars is like a bit of a guns, it's like Halo, it's sort of. I mean, it's a bit of a guns blazing sometimes, your army just overpowering another. That's not to say that's necessarily a bad thing, but there are different, scenarios as well. Sneak attacks and whatnot. I swear that guy was in the last game as well, the guy just got defeated then. Anyway, so we're ploughing through and it should be the end soon. See, this is more like a mid, 20 minutes is, I say, the mid game. You want 2 bases by then. I'll probably be on your final reactor as well. And quite heavily upgraded. But I also had pretty decent teammates that know when to push. I always found when I first ever played strategy games, just that moment when to push, I defended way too much, and in Halo Wars I finally found that push. Like the first couple of games, I just played as cutter. I sat back, got ODST. Yeah, it was pretty crap, but then I got into it. It's a good game, good game. But I hope that the next games will be some good 2v2 rush strats, because I always find they're pretty good. And that's it, and I was second by like literally under 100 points, which is kind of gutting. It can be kind of annoying sometimes, because basically the game rates it on your units lost and units killed and your combat ratio, but I killed 69 units, which is a lot more than the other guy, but oh well, that's the way it is.